Okay, so it turns out that it's not only just Cole Caufield who has been dominating the NCAA stage in 2020-2021. And this video is not about Caufield, I just want to make that distinction very clear. I do want to go over Cole Caufield in a later video this week, because there was a very good article I saw on habsontheprize.com that I wanted to focus on when it comes to Caufield and his development, but today we're talking about a few other Montreal Canadiens prospects who, as we mentioned off the top, are indeed doing some very good things in the NCAA and in fact on the same team as well. Let's head over to Northeastern University and talk about Jordan Harris and Jayden Strubel, two guys who were both drafted by the Montreal Canadiens and who have been showing themselves off quickly as this Northeastern season has just come back over and restarted. So, the Northeastern University Huskies are a men's ice hockey team in the NCAA, and they recently played their first 2 games on the season. Now, like most NCAA teams, these guys kicked off their year on a back-to-back. They played the Merrimack University Hockey Club earlier yesterday, or excuse me, 2 days ago, because I'm recording this video on the 13th, and earlier yesterday on the 13th, when I'm recording this video, they actually played them a second time. The Northeastern University Huskies ended up winning both games with a combined score of 14-5. So you can kind of see this is where this team absolutely exploded. We saw a whole bunch of guys go out there, do their thing, score some goals, and we saw these 2 Habs prospects, Strubel and Harris, be a part of that as well. So, off the top, the big story here is Jordan Harris. He is a 2018 Montreal draft pick in the 3rd round, 71st overall. He's a 5'11", 185-pound left-handed defender, although I do believe he plays mostly on the right, so that is a very interesting distinction to make over here with Jordan Harris. Somebody want to confirm that in the comments below, because I do believe that is the case, but I'm not 100% sure. But for this season's worth of play as a junior for the Northeastern University Huskies, he started things off hot, scoring 5 points in 2 games played. It's a very good upbeat transition in his production, because Jordan Harris in the first year of his NCAA play had 13 points in 39 games. His second year last year saw him get 21 points in 33 games. He was good enough to make the USA's World Junior team, and this season, my gosh, 5 points, 2 games played. He kicked off the game on the 12th against Merrimack, starting himself off with the assist on the very first goal scored. Then literally just like a minute later on the power play, Jordan Harris was over there on the right side. He kind of inched himself over towards the face-off circle. The puck came out in front. He one-timed it in. There we go. It's his first goal on the season. Easy to note, though, that Jordan Harris actually doesn't score all too much at the NCAA level, and if you take a look at the previous records, the previous 2 seasons, from his freshman to his sophomore year, only saw him getting 4 goals in total, so having himself his 5th career goal in his first game as a junior, it's definitely nice to see. So at this point in the game, with like 5 minutes left in the first, he's already at 2 points on the year. But if you wait a little bit more, wait until the point where it's already 4-0 in the second period, and you give Jordan Harris the puck on the power play again, all of a sudden he takes it back himself, he's scanning the top of the line, he shoots it to the goal, and boom, it's in again. All of a sudden, Jordan Harris is back up there with 2 goals, 1 assist in his first game played, making his goal total all the way up there at 6. It was at 4 before the year started, now it's at 6. He really just increased his overall goal production in the NCAA by 50% with the performance in this one game. But Harris eventually started off yesterday's game against Merrimack, getting himself another 2 assists over here, which is awesome to see. The Huskies ended up winning 6-3, so it was definitely nice for them. They've been off to a hot start. Jordan Harris was definitely a part of that, and a lot of Canadiens fans are taking a look at this and saying, yeah, this is a guy who has been pretty underrated when it comes to Montreal prospects, because whenever you talk about these young guys coming into the lineup, it's always the same names. It's always Caufield, it's always Romanov, it's always Ryan Poehling. Jordan Harris hasn't really been given all that love, in my opinion, and it's not really deserved, because this guy is such a talented hockey player. I love the way how Dobber Prospects overall just defines his game on their website. They say he's a 4-way player. North, south, east, west. This guy, he's got the skating to keep up with all aspects of the game when it comes to where the game is actually played. And because of this, there's a reason why some Habs fans I've been seeing, especially on Reddit, are saying that this guy might even have a higher ceiling than Mattias Norlinder, who is absolutely doing his own thing over there in Sweden. But Jordan Harris has indeed been a very, very solid two-way defenseman who knows how to play at both ends of the ice, who has very good skills, and whose offense is really starting to blossom as he's out here with 2 assists in a game, following up a 2-goal and 1-assist performance yesterday. Or, I'm saying yesterday because the video's being recorded on the 13th, 2 days ago, from your perspective watching this. But he's now up there, 5 points, 2 games, amazing to see. But we also have something else to talk about, because his teammate Jaden Strubel was out here with 0 points in the first game, where Harris got 2 goals and an assist, but Strubel recently wrapped up that second game, getting himself 2 points on the night as well. So Jaden Strubel, a fellow Montreal Canadiens draftee, 2019 second-round pick, is up here at a point-per-game performance too. 2 points, 2 games played, both of them are assists. It's awesome to see as well, because, hey, they're playing on the same team. Strubel also is a left-handed defenseman, but if you take a look at the profile, 6 feet tall, 205 pounds, September 2001 birthday, he is 19 years old. This guy is an absolute physical machine, and we spoke about this a few videos ago. Like a year ago, pretty much, talking about how Jayden Strobel was one of the best players at the 2019 NHL Draft Combine. All the fitness tests, the strength test, the grip test, and the power output for all the bench presses and all that stuff, Jayden Strobel was number 1 by a long shot. This guy is strong, this guy has a motor, this guy has a physical specimen of a body that allows him to play hockey at such a high level. It allows him to really keep up with the play, stabilize himself offensively and physically, and as a result, it's why he was taken by Montreal in the second round in 2019. However, because he was playing in the Massachusetts high school leagues back when he was drafted, he wasn't really projected to go all that high. He was ranked 124th by future considerations, 111th by McKeen's, but the Canadiens took him anyway, and now he is over here, wrapping up a freshman year with 10 points in 21 games as one of the younger players on that squad. But now he's out there, second year, 2 points, 2 games played. I wouldn't say that the ceiling for a Jaden Strubel is as definable, I guess, as an Alexander Romanov or a Mattias Norlinder, for example, but it's still great to see. These guys are coming in here, they're doing their thing, they're getting points. Strubel starting off here with his sophomore year point per game. We'll see if he's able to outpace what was Jordan Harris's sophomore season last year. Jordan Harris also was good enough to make the World Juniors at Team USA, so that's something to definitely note as well. Jaden Strubel did not make the cut, but you can kind of see that Team USA this year at the World Juniors was pretty stacked. Not really making any excuses, just kind of laying it out as it is, but still, you don't watch these prospects because you want them to all make the international tournaments. You watch them because, hey, they're Montreal property and you want to see these guys doing well, which is exactly what they've been doing. But for me personally, taking a look at all this stuff going on with the prospects, I'm really happy to see Jordan Harris going out there doing his thing, but I'm not surprised, Like, I'm in a position where Harris was trending upwards, he had so many good qualities to his game that allowed him to be even placed at the World Juniors, but nowadays, with his really hot start, it's something that's a lot more welcomed than surprising in my opinion. For Jaden Strubel, there's a little bit of a wild card here because he went from playing Massachusetts high school hockey, skipping the BCHL. Remember, he was supposed to go over to Victoria and play a season over there before going to Northeastern, but he skipped that entirely, went over to Northeastern as an 18-year-old, had 10 points in 20 games, and now he is back out here with a whole bunch of experience as a sophomore, and he has the knowledge of what it means to be a player in this league. If this guy can get back to his scoring ways, where he was at like 1.7 points per game or whatever in the high school leagues back when he was dominating kids in his own age group, then we could really see what would be a very projectable offensive profile for Jaden Strubel. He had all these tools back in the high school leagues, but going from high school to college quite literally is such a big jump that I'm not surprised that his first year only saw him getting 10 points in 20 games, which isn't bad by any means. It's just, compared to the draft stock, you would kind of expect a little bit more, but, his own situation kind of paints a picture that says to me it's kind of okay. Like, Strubel wasn't even playing in the USHL 2 years ago. He was playing in the high school league, the straight-up inferior to the USHL high school leagues that exist in America, and he totally dominated, which is why his overall draft stock was a huge mystery, but he's still Montreal property today. He's strong, he's big, he's going to do things with Jordan Harris on that blue line, and I'm going to be here looking forward to all of that as the season goes on. So talk to me in the comments what you think about Jordan Harris and Jayden Strubel. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, talk to me in the comments about Rick DiPietro, and the reason I'm saying that is because Rick DiPietro is indeed an alumni of the high school team that Strubel did play for back when he was drafted in the Massachusetts High School Hockey League. So if you made it to the end of the video, comment down below about Rick DiPietro. Talk to me in the comments about this stuff in general, though, as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.